So my wife's front right headlight went out on her Audi A7, and this was the indicator on the dash. So I went to Amazon and was able to buy the D3S lamp, a xenon lamp, and figured out how to replace it.
Lights on here, and no light on. And the Audi dealer said that you have to take this whole piece off. It's the air filtration system, I guess, but it looks involved. So I saw a YouTube video that said if we can access it from the wheel, so we're going to try that. So you have to lift up the back trap, pull out the spare tire, and you can access the jack down here. And it just wiggles out. There's a strap around it, so I'm removing the strap. And we need to take off the wheel. So we're going to need this lug wrench. So we need to take off the front wheel here. And the light is right here. And we're going to access it from inside there, but we're going to take the wheel off, get the car jacked up. So we'll do that now. So some basic precautions. I put on the safety brake, parking brake. The jack fits into a nice little hole here. That is the spot to put the jack in. Make sure the base is flat. Basic requirements. And then I'm going to lift it up a little bit and then start unloosening some of the bolts. If you haven't done the Audi, they give you this little key here. It lets you pop this thing off to access the nuts. So I got all my bolts out, and I had one bolt that needed the lock nut thing. Thank God I found it. Now I've had to do this before, but the wheel's not coming off easily. So I've been taught to just pound real hard on one side of the tire to loosen it up, to pop it off. So we'll just give it a kick, maybe on both sides. Gotta be a little careful. Wheel off. I had to kick it from both sides. And clicked it in the front, kicked it in the back and forth a few times. Eventually it rocked off. I stood up and kicked from behind. Okay, so this is the little wheel cover that we need to pull off. We've got a 15-inch torque or a star-shaped screw there, a little snap thing, another one there. So there's three right here. They're going to be pretty important to open that up. We got a bolt up there and another snap one there. I believe there could be some over here too. I don't know whether we need to take that one off. We might need to be able to get this piece loose enough to gain access. The bulb is going to be right behind here. So let's start taking some of these out. So this is the T15 or T20. Let's see if I can show it to you. There it is. It's a star. We've got one there, one over there. There's three right here. They're going to be pretty important to open that up. So I just took out these two here. I'm going to take these three screws. Okay, now I'm going to need a 10mm socket wrench. The two bolts, there's one up here and there's one over there. Okay, I got these three out here, and now it opens up and I actually can see the light bulb in there. It's a little hard to access still, so I think we're going to take that out and maybe this piece up here out. Okay, I'm going to try to pop this one off with just a screwdriver and see if it comes out. Hopefully it'll come out pretty easily. There's a tool you can buy, I think, to pull these out a little easier, but I'll try with just the screwdriver back and forth a little. So I used some needle nose pliers and a screwdriver, and I was able to pry this off. Little piece, little plastic piece. Okay, so I just pried a little spray can in there, and there is what we're looking for. That yellow alert sign, or electrical sign, is the cap or the plate or screw thing that we were going to unscrew a little bit to open up and gain access to the main light bulb. Just making sure the car is completely off. It is, no lights on the car. And twist this piece here a little counterclockwise. I say it doesn't go too far. And then it pops off. Yeah. So I twisted it until it stopped. And just wiggle it back and forth and it comes off. We now have access to the lamp. It's a little tight there to do without maybe, I'll see if I can pry this open a little more, or we might have to take off another bolt here or there to gain better access to it. So you can see the little metal connector right here. So this little piece right here is the metal connector, and I'm just going to wiggle a little bit and see if it, there's a wire here you can push out of the way. I'm just going to pull it down, and I think it's coming loose a little at a time, and I don't want to push it too hard. Yep, just pulled straight down. Okay, that's the connector. Then I've heard we turn this again counterclockwise left from the top, just about 1/8 of a turn, and the light bulb will come out. So I'm going to grab the light bulb, turn it, it's a little firm, and then it lets loose, and I can pull the light bulb, I believe, out. Yep, there it goes. And it is broken. So the light bulb was blown. Okay, that's good. So we know that that was the problem. So let's get the new light bulb. So here's the old one, and here's my new one that I got on Amazon. I got paid 70 or 80 bucks for it. And it looks like it's the right piece. So we're gonna have to get it in there. Be pretty careful. I think if you took off a few more, you could probably pry this a little further out. I think I'm going to try prying it a little more too, just to give myself more room before I try to put the bulb back in. So I was able to get it in. There was a little area where the bulb went into, so you have to make sure you go into that little socket area, and then I had it cocked to the left a little bit. And then I was able to turn it right just about 1/8 of a turn to get the connector to face down. And now we just have to put that connector back on. It's in there somewhere. And we should be good to go, put the plate back on. So I was able to get the connector connected back on, so we're going to give it a try while we still have everything open, see if the light comes on. I got my fingers crossed. Okay, here's the big test. Light's on this side. And the light is on that side. Yeah, baby, we're good. You can actually see the light on from here. It's pretty cool. We got to put the plate on, which is this little plastic plate that goes on with about a quarter turn to cover up. I guess it seals everything. I don't know whether I should let the power go out, but I think it's safe. I think that's how it was. Yeah, the light's off now. So it's just a simple, like, quarter turn clockwise to seal that up. You can pull on it to make sure. So we're all done underneath here. I can pull this bracket off. And we're gonna have to put the clip in there, 2 screws here, 3 screws up there. I left that one on, and I took that one off, but I don't know if I really needed to, maybe a little bit as I pulled that out. That was a nut, it's a plastic nut. I didn't have to take that bracket out. So with just jamming something in there, I was able to hold that open enough to access where the lights were. Let's put stuff back together. I'll just show you these screws. It's got a star. So you can't use a regular screwdriver on them. I think it's a T15 or T20. Sorry, I don't know, but it's one of those two. And you're gonna need a tool like this to be able to get those on and off and on. Okay, so just to review, this is the wheel well. And we've got 3 screws here. They were a little hidden. 1, 2, 3. I had 2 here, 1 screw there, 1 screw there, a little plastic cap type of thing. Then I took this bolt off up here. Don't know if I really needed to. Probably did help loosen that up a little bit. And I didn't take this cap off over there, or this bolt over there. But you can take off as much of this to give yourself a little bit more room, maybe. I think those are all the pieces you need to unscrew to gain access and loosen up that this plate here. Yeah, I thought I'd show you. I used this little plastic piece, put that on first into one of the holes, and then it makes the alignment of the bolts and nuts a lot easier. Definitely didn't use it last time. I changed the tire here, but I found that a lot easier. These tires are so big and just wide that getting it lined up is a little tricky.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see some of my other crazy videos, they're here on the top right. And definitely check out my son's channel, The Nerd Writer. He's got some really great videos. Please don't forget to subscribe.
Here's the big test. Oh, it's just the parking light.